guys see the description. Why haven't you built anything for yourself? Now, guys, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, man. We live in a world that is like changing rapidly. Inflation keeps going up, and like these raises just on raising. Like I'm gonna be real with y'all. Like the average raise is like 2 to 3%, and inflation is like 3.5% and up just for the cost of living. Don't even get me started if you're trying to raise a family. So, from what I'm seeing, it's probably a good idea for you to start building something for yourself, and you have so many more options and so much more flexibility when you have your own business or when you have your own side hustle. And for real, it's gonna really, holy crap, camera almost fell. It's gonna really like pain you at the end of the day, like if you don't. My son goes to a daycare, and so at this daycare, it's a franchise. It's called a Goddard School, and so the owner of the company, she owns the daycare and she has three kids. She has a set of twins and she has a baby. She's a newborn infant. She's a baby boy. So she has three kids inside of her own daycare that she owns, that she works at, right? And she charges a lot of money. She charges like $1,500 like per child, which this is a very bougie, learning focused daycare. But she's paying her own business, right, through her three kids and then using that as a tax write-off. And she never leaves her kids because she owns her own business. Now, you don't have to start your own daycare. You could do social media. You could have a service or product. Oh, excuse me. You have a service or product-based business. It doesn't matter what you start, man. You just gotta just take the leap. You gotta take the leap. I know me personally, when I first started making YouTube videos, I was nervous, man. I was nervous. I was like, what are people going to think? What if I get recognized? What if it doesn't work? There are all these reasons for you not to try to start your own channel or to start your own gig in general. Um, the hardest part, I'm going to be honest with you, is creating a system for whatever it is that you're building. Because in the beginning, you're really not going to know, what you're doing. You're going to have to do a lot of research. But once you start applying, just concepts and you execute those concepts, like this YouTube channel was called Healthy Don't Hurt. This was a concept that I had created, and you can create your own concept. I'm not selling you anything. This is just me just having normal conversation about building something of your own that you could one day profit off of, that no one can take away from you. And I know like a lot of people like to talk about building and starting businesses. Very few people actually do it. But what I did is I created the concept Healthy Don't Hurt. This channel was originally for fitness and for health. And after 1,200 videos, I realized that nobody really wanted to like hear about me talk about getting into shape. But people want these jokes though. If I sit here and crack jokes all day, people will like and sub and super chat. So I started making jokes, and I started making like comedy skits and reaction videos, and actually got monetized off of YouTube. I couldn't believe it. You can actually make money off of YouTube and other platforms too. Like it's not that hard. It's very difficult to get started because you're not sure what to make videos on. You're not sure what kind of mic you should get. Just start making videos. Just to get a feel for it. Everyone has something to offer in their lives. There was a lady recently that went viral for her telling her story about her husband, who was a complete fraud from start to finish. His whole life that she knew of him was completely fabricated, and she found out. She told her story on social media. She's on Hulu now. She's a Hulu documentary series from TikTok. Okay, and she's everything that people really don't think of when you think of someone making it big. She's kind of hefty, right? No offense, right? When you think of movie stars, you don't think of a heavy set woman. You think of a skinny woman. So this woman had everything that people didn't want out of a movie star. She still popped off of TikTok and is now on Hulu. So she's heavier, right? And there's no offense to my heavy people. She's black. I'm black too. No offense to my black people. So she's heavy and black, right? Right. A heavy set black woman went ahead on TikTok, told her story, got a deal from Hulu, and now she's making money off it. So it doesn't matter if you think you're ugly, your voice sounds terrible, just start. A lot of times, those characteristics that you seem unattractive, that might make you relatable to some people, to a lot of people, to be honest with you. And I think that's why people loved her series so much, is because people have been in terrible relationships. But building is ugly, man. Building is ugly, ugly, ugly. I can't tell you how many times I've hung out with my buddies and they're like, yeah, we're gonna start a business, we're gonna start a YouTube channel. and then no one puts any action towards it. You're just sitting around, blowing smoke up each other's behind, and no one puts any action behind it. And I get it; it's tough. It takes a lot of courage to start a YouTube channel. You could do a faceless YouTube channel, right? There are people that are mechanics, like in real life, they work in a mechanic shop, and when they're done fixing other people's cars, they'll fix one of their friends' cars. They'll set up a tripod, and they will record themselves fixing the car. People watch the video, right? People hit like, people type comments. Thank you so much for helping me with my car. And then once they get monetized, they now are paid for the viewership. So like anybody can do this. Like I truly believe that anybody can build. So one thing that made me start this, bro, was just me being tired, man. Me just being tired of working for other people and like having goofy managers, like my manager once asked me to remove a filter from an Excel spreadsheet. And I was like, how are you getting paid more than me? But you're asking me how to do a basic, a basic like task. Like you just click two buttons and the filter's removed. But you're in charge of me. It's like kind of strange. And we are in this digital age. Technology is the great equalizer. So whatever it is that you build, just make sure, once again, I'm not selling nothing. This is just a conversation. I am not a salesperson. If I ever do try to sell you something, it won't be me coming up with cars or jewelry, because them multimillionaire people on YouTube, I want to make you rich. Are you stupid, deaf, dumb, and just real slow mentally? I'm going to make you a millionaire. Like, no, there's no secret to success. And if I ever do try to sell anybody anything to you guys, I'm coming with my tax form. Like, do you guys think that's funny? They promise to make you a millionaire overnight. They claim to be a self-made millionaire, but they never show you their tax records, right? They're 1099 from the IRS, but you're a millionaire. If I get money, I'm the wrong person to get money, because if I get money and I'm teaching other people how to get it, I'm coming with tax form paperwork. Like for real, for real. But there is no real secret. It's just creating a concept of a service or of a business, figuring out what your name, and you don't have to do YouTube, figuring out what your name is going to be. Like I picked Healthy Don't Hurt because it's catchy, and it just flows off the tongue. And then it worked, right? And I just kind of slipped into this entertainment space, and this is working out, and I'm figuring it out. Like the beginning is like, if you look at my old videos, it's rough, but like I was working and I was like, I cannot keep working this job, right? I can't work at a job for 40, 50 years and just retire, and you go clock in, you're with people you don't like, people are slacking off at their job because people don't really give it 100%, and I'm getting older. Yeah, I know my hairline looks like I'm 40, I'm 28, but I was just sitting around thinking like one day my manager is gonna be like younger than me. Like he's gonna be telling me what to do, and he's gonna be younger than me. I'm gonna be like 46. He's gonna be like 32, and he's gonna be like, "Hey, E-Man." Hey, that's me, by the way. My name is E-Man. Thanks so much for watching, by the way, guys. And say something in the chat too if you would like. I love interacting with my viewers. But yeah, I don't want to be like 46 and my boss to be like 32, right? And they're telling me to go stack them papers. Like I'm a grown man. Like, and then I woke up one day at my job. This is what motivated me to start YouTube and to start this whole brand thing and everything. Like this whole channel's entertainment, and I'm gonna find a way to sell merch, but I'll get into that later on. But what made me start this channel was I was at work, and I'm like, man, I'm a grown man, and somebody's telling me what to do. I'm like, this is crazy. And then I see things at my job that aren't the most, the system that we have is not the most effective way to get the job done, right? We could do this in a manner that we could do this in a different way that would save money, time, effort, headaches, the whole nine yards. But because I'm not like CEO, it doesn't matter, right? Because I'm at the bottom of the totem pole, because I'm not, VP, CEO, marketing director, etc. I don't get to make these decisions, even though they know nothing about what I do for a living. So I'm like, man, I'm really clocking in 40 hours a week, 80 or 40, 60, 40 to 60 hours a week, and I'm really not getting anything from this job. So I was like, what can I create? I was like, I can create a YouTube channel. I was told for a very long time to do TikToks. I didn't do TikTok because YouTube is the second biggest search engine in the world. Like when I tell y'all, like this is powerful. Like, do you know how I am talking to you through live right now? Right? So YouTube is the second biggest search engine in the world. The first is Google. Google owns YouTube, guys, right? So when we Google things, especially if we're looking for videos, YouTube has top priority over all video platforms, over Twitch, over Rumble, over TikTok, because YouTube would or Google would never put any other company in front of YouTube as far as like them being inside their algorithm, because that's a losing business strategy. Why would you put other companies in ahead of your company in the algorithm? And eventually, I hate to say it, if you don't make a channel now, it's going to be too late. They're going to start charging, right, for us to make and to create videos, to create content. They're going to charge us, meaning the creators, to make videos to the viewer. It's going to happen. People aren't watching cable no more. And this is free. We all have literally a camera in our pocket. Used to have to go out and get microphones and used to have like a crew just to do this. I'm just using my phone, right? And I'm saying this next to you. I'm making this video next to you guys, not above you. A lot of YouTubers and business people and just people in general like to come up here on this platform and they like to talk like above you, like they're so special. Like, no, I'm just a hustler, right? I got heart, right? I'm gonna make a way. It don't matter what's stopping me. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get what I want out of life, and nothing's gonna stop me. So because I'm a hustler and I seen the opportunity for YouTube and everything, I was like, oh, let's get it. Let's go. Why not me? People blow up all the time on YouTube. So I started building the channel. And it took a while, I'm not gonna lie, but like I'm telling you, work just pushed me over the edge. Like I am not shy anymore about making YouTube videos. I wouldn't care if I hosted parties, events. It doesn't matter, right? At first I was like, oh, what do people think? Man, once I had my son, I was like, I don't care what people think. Only thing they need to think about me is I'm getting this money, right? I'm about to start building. I'm about to start entertaining, building concepts, right? Because if you think about it, YouTube is really like a network. You can have your own network, right? Like, how you there's Comcast, Verizon, DirecTV, YouTube is a provider. If you think about it, right? You can even buy a subscription to skip ads and all that. So they're a legit like cable company through your phone. And your channel is the network, right? And so you can have different shows on your network, right? I talk about building, I talk about my channel on my lives, I talk about life in general and just improving your life, right? And by the way, anybody that's watching my lives, if you want to see some entertainment, you don't want to talk about building or life or like building a business or anything like that, or just fixing life's problems and being able to have flexibility in your life to do what you want. You just want to laugh. Go watch my shorts. If you just want to laugh, go watch my YouTube videos. I'm cracking jokes. This live is just real talk, just me talking about my channel, what made me do this. And just what I see, right? Because I'm getting older. I'm 28. Like I said, I know I look like I'm 40 because of my hairline. I'm 28, but I'm starting to pay attention. Like my whole life, my mom would tell me, E-man, pay attention. E-man, pay attention, right? Look around, look at what's going on. And I started to pay attention and I'm like, man, everything is a hustle. People don't like to admit it, but everyone is an opportunist. Companies are an opportunist, right? Companies and businesses are in it for profit. You go into Walmart, they're trying to market to you on the shelves in their advertisements so you can give them money in exchange for a product or a service, right? The business, meaning Walmart, this is just an example of how like Walmart was a concept, right? Someone once sat around and was like, man, I should have a superstore with everything that you could possibly buy. What would my logo be? Oh, it's going to be like a firework, and I'm going to call it Walmart. And I'm going to so someone sat around with this concept, right? And this is what I talk about when I say building. When I talk about building, this is what I be talking about. People have a concept, meaning Walmart. They start building and developing the concept, right? They get registers, they get shelves, you get barcodes, you get merchandise, you get trucks, and then it comes into life. Walmart wasn't always the giant that it is today. I'm sure that Walmart, was very difficult at one point in time for them to get everything together. But with the hustle and back-breaking work, Walmart is what it is today. And it's no different for you. It's no different for me. We all have this opportunity, especially in 2024. Like, do not let this opportunity slip in between your fingers, because I don't know what they're going to do with YouTube as far as the bar to entry, because they're going to make it more difficult for people to just turn on their phone and start making YouTube videos, right? Eventually they're going to make us pay, or they're going to be like, hey, you need at least 5K subs to go live, or you need at least, you can only do shorts until you get 100 subscribers, and then once you get 100 subs, we'll let you do videos. So it's like you could do a lot with this. And like if you're not you don't want to be on the camera, right? You're afraid of like people seeing your face. Me, I don't care, and I feel like it's like my brand, right? I want people to see my face. If you're afraid to be seen on camera, you could do a faceless YouTube channel. And the reason why I like my channel specifically, not in the, I know I'm like, oh, the reason why I like me and I think I'm awesome. No, the reason why I like my channel specifically is because it's flexible. Like, I have jokes on my videos and my shorts, and then I'm a little bit more serious, even though I'm cracking jokes on the lives, but I talk about real life stuff way more in my lives. So that way it's not just the same thing. It's not just all jokes. It's not just all serious. It's split up and it's divided. So that gives me flexibility. And maybe you're not in the mood to laugh. Maybe you're in the mood to hear someone talk about building or concepts or life. And another thing with building, I like this is, and I want to be clear. I want to be real clear with this. I'm still in the building process, right? I'm not a multimillionaire. I've made a lot of progress on this channel. Even me being able to do lives. When I first started doing lives, I was sweating through my shirts, stuttering, could not make talking points, very all over the place. This took practice. I still have a long way to go, but I'm gonna keep hustling and keep grinding until it's amazing, right? Until I have, green screen in the back where I can type and bring stuff up and bring videos on my lives. I can do it on videos, but on the lives right now, I just don't have it together. I'm working on it, but it's coming together is my point. And I came a really long way. It takes like back-breaking work, bro. Like, not literally, but like it could be really frustrating doing these, and even making videos, man. Sometimes, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, sometimes building this channel, I'll try to record a video, waste a whole hour and a half, make no progress whatsoever. Sometimes the topic is bad, sometimes it's me, sometimes it's what I got going on in my life, I run out of time. But you just gotta keep hammering at it, bro. You just gotta keep hammering at it, and it will work. And I decided to build for myself and to try this channel, and I'm eventually turn this into a business, because like, I don't want to work for somebody else my whole life, right? Like, I have a kid. Like time flew, bro. Like, time flew so fast, and it's just like I keep getting up and going to work, and I get off of work, and I'm like, oh great, I'm off of work, and then you shower, you eat, hang out with your friends, you go to bed. Right before you go to bed, you're like, man, I gotta go to work tomorrow. I gotta get up. Dang, you like crap. I got tired of it. I got tired of it. Like, for real. This is like my own this is my own little personal baby. And feel free to hit the like button here, guys, to support content like this. But you don't have to make a YouTube channel. It doesn't matter what you build something. You could cut hair, you could do hair, you could own a salon, you could cut grass. I chose YouTube because I'm a dad. I have a full-time job. I have a schedule, right, that I have to adhere to. It's pretty strict. YouTube allows me to be flexible, and I can use this in the future. I'm going to turn this into like an online business and be able to entertain, have merch, t-shirts, cups, just have things that people could buy, that people could use in their everyday life. So I do have an end goal with this. And as I continue to build this channel, I learn, what I'm doing wrong. I'm learning from others. I'm studying, and I'm gonna be real with y'all. I've never worked at anything in my life as hard as I've worked at this channel. Attention to detail on this channel, I've never paid so close of attention to anything in my life, because I get a job when I'm done working. That's it. I leave. I'm not thinking about my job, but I think about my channel all the time, and it feels good. This channel's growing. I appreciate everybody that took even a second to just look at my videos, my shorts, my lives. It don't even the people that troll me, bro. You deal with trolls from time to time, which you just troll them back. You just fight fire with fire. But like, I'm so appreciative of all the support that I've been given, and I'm gonna run with this, man. I'm gonna truly, honestly run with this. It just takes practice. Starting starting a business, starting a YouTube channel, starting a Facebook or Instagram page, whatever it is you want to build. it's going to be ugly in the beginning. You just got to get past the beginning stages, and the more you do it, the easier it gets. And if you just look around, like at the businesses, like we go to work and we get money from our jobs, but like, you ever think like we are always shortcut, like underpaid for what we do? Like they're always making like a little bit extra off the top. Like you're really only getting like 66% of what you made, or you're only getting 66% of what you're worth. Sorry. So let's say you are a plumber, or you work in IT and you make $20 an hour. The company is making probably like 60. You know what I'm saying? Like the company's making $60 an hour off of you, what you did that day, and you're only getting $20 to $25 an hour. And yes, some has to go towards like the building's rent and insurance and blase blase. But at the end of the day, you are making them profit. Don't you want some of that profit? Like that's kind of how I look at it. And I'm gonna be real, like I'm a straight up opportunist. I used to feel bad for being an opportunist until I realized that a lot of these companies, they do the same thing that we are told not to do, right? Our government tells us to not evade taxes. Businesses find ways to legally avoid paying taxes all the time. You see it actually in churches, and they have nonprofit organizations. Sometimes all you got to do is make yourself a nonprofit organization and sign some paperwork. All of a sudden, you don't got to pay taxes, right? So, in my eyes, this is businesses being an opportunist. When you are at Walmart or you're at Giant Eagle, they ask you if you want a donation, if you want to donate and round it up to the next dollar. Sometimes that donation, a portion of that goes to the company and the rest goes towards whatever charity they're donating towards. So they themselves are opportunists. You're donating your money and they're using it as a tax write-off. Like, you see what I'm saying? So it's like, but Uncle Sam's telling you not to evade taxes. So it's like, what are we really doing here? Like what's truly really going on? So I used to think poorly of opportunists until I realized that businesses are doing it, people are doing it. So I was like, I'm going to be an opportunist. I don't take advantage of people, that's wrong, but I take advantage of situations, organizations, and I take advantage of systems. I leverage my strengths against companies, organizations, weaknesses. It is what I do. I look all day for weaknesses. I'm gonna do a quick story time because we're talking about building, and this is why I started building and why I became an opportunist. Because even the company that hired you, you may feel good that you're getting all this vacation time and at the whole nine yards, your dental, your medical. They're getting way more from you than you're getting from them. But and sometimes just the timing of it can make the biggest difference in the world of when you decide to build or go for it. But yeah, it's definitely been quite a ride. I've been enjoying this experience, and I never thought that I would be able to build a YouTube channel, but it's been working out quite great. And yeah, please hit the like button to support content like this. You know what I'm saying? I don't ask people for money. Some people be up on the lives asking for bread, but I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real with y'all on these lives. They ask and badger the viewers on lives for money, but people send it, right? So who's the real fool? The person asking or the person sending it, But I don't ask for money. I don't scam people. This channel is to make people laugh and to improve and to improve their lives. I talk about experiences that I've had to avoid others from going through the same thing. And life is wild, man. Life is wild and life is hard, bruh. Like if you really trying your hardest to improve, like improving is painful, bro. Like improving is painful. Like, and I think this is kind of like a disease that I have, is I constantly want to improve. It is sick. I feel like I'm dying if I am making the same amount of money this year as I did last year. And I just, I don't stay at a job for longer than 2 years. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because eventually they don't give me a big enough raise and I start applying to other places and they give me the raise that I was looking for at this company at a different company. So I just dip. But I really did realize that, in order for me to make enough money, to that I think is acceptable, that I'm worth yearly, like as far as raises go, I'm gonna have to start something of my own and build. So that's what I did. And the best part about building is I get to make decisions. And also I can, if I find a way to, profit off of this, I can bring others with me. I can have my friends and family involved. I can make them money, So at this point, I have like a network of wealth at this point, right? Because I'm making money. Let's say I get like, imagine Mr. Beast, right? Mr. Beast one day was like, I'm gonna do YouTube, right? And dude does. He has a video with like almost 1 billion views on it. He makes almost $1 million every single video. His friends are involved, his families are involved. He just built something. So I'm trying to do the same play. Not exactly that per se, but I would like to build a channel, turn it into a business, get some branding going on, maybe get some advertisement deals, and then make some money. You can too. I'm gonna be real with you. You too can build your own business or your own YouTube channel. You just have to start. It just takes a really, 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 really long time to get through the beginning stages. A lot of people want it to come overnight, and you're gonna have to get it out the muscle. I ain't gonna lie, you're gonna have to get it out the mud unless you have a couple $100,000 to throw towards equipment and advertising. But yeah, man, this has been a great experience. I've helped a lot of people with this YouTube channel. I've helped people get jobs. I've helped people lower their bills. I've helped people in relationships. I've had people in my comment section be like, hey, bro, I got this job because I used your resume. Like, that's a good feeling. And it's unfortunate that I don't do like learning or informational videos anymore. It's just that nobody wanted to watch it. Nobody wanted to watch the informational video. So I had to cut it because the viewership was going down. But yeah, man, building is definitely worth it. I definitely 10 out of 10 recommend. Or you could not build, or you could not build. But one thing that I noticed, because I had worked, I have a heavy background in banking, right? So I've worked for banks for about 4 to 6 years in doing mortgages and business loans and personal loans. And so whenever you apply for a personal loan or for a mortgage or for a business loan, you have to fill out the application. And so I've seen a lot of business owners that were filling out the application, and you always fill out the same info. How much money you make. You have to put how much money you make, what your business name is, where it's located, how much the revenue is, and then you have to put your own personal information, how much money you're profiting, like how much you're taking home from that business. So when you apply for this business loan, you have to fill out all your information, and then someone has to review that information. So I was the guy that was reviewing the loans for these businesses. And so I would talk to these people because you're kind of like completely, not literally naked, you're metaphorically naked because you can't hide your finances or anything. So I'm seeing like millions of dollars in people's bank accounts, hundreds of thousands of dollars in people's bank accounts. And I would be like, yo, what do you do? He's like, oh, I own my own company. Own my own company. Next person, hella money. I own my own company. So all these people have a whole bunch of money, and there's this correlation. They work for themselves. you know, they work for themselves. I'm like, geez. I was like, maybe I should start working for myself. So I decided to create this channel. But yeah, man, the beginning stages of building are very tough. I'm gonna be real. The way I think of it is like this: when a house is made, right, or any building is made, it's just dirt, right? And then you have gravel, and then they pour the concrete, right? And then you lay the bricks, and then you lay the frame. And once the frame is put up, you could put the roof on. And once the roof and the frame is made and the concrete is settled, and you have a solid foundation, then you could put the walls up, and you could put all the fancy things that people love when they're going through the walkthroughs for real estate for houses, right? All the fancy bells and whistles, the chandeliers. A lot of people want to be there when the chandeliers are put up, but nobody wants to be there when it's just concrete and gravel, is what I'm saying. And sometimes what you build, it may not be impressive in the beginning because you're still trying to figure it out. Um, but like, I definitely keep going and don't give up. But my thing is like, how long do you want to wait? How long do you want to wait and just keep working for somebody else, you know. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this. Please hit the like button. Feel free to say what's up in the chat too, man. We out here doing it. I'm gonna try to do at least one live per day. And yeah, with this channel, my strategy, my YouTube strategy, since I might as well share this with you guys, is this. So my YouTube strategy is one YouTube video per day, 1 to 2, right? I post one on my community posting, because there's a community tab where I can like post pictures and I can write a description. So it's kind of like Twitter. And then also do 2 to 5 shorts. And yeah, I've got a lot of traction through there. And I've created a strategy where I create a concept. Once the concept has been created, I then test it out, right? So I'll make a video on a concept, on a topic, on a subject, and I see how it performs. If it doesn't do well, I examine the strengths and I examine the weaknesses of my video that I made. I strengthen my weaknesses that I see in my video. I create another concept and I take what I learned from the previous video into the next one. So this way each video that I create continues to get better and better and I improve as time goes on. It could be a very daunting strategy, but it's very effective. And I was able to get monetized by just being creative, bro. Like really just like tapping into my creative side. It's unfortunate, but like for 28 years, I've never been creative because I was always told that, you know, if you're creative, you're gonna be homeless, you know, you're gonna be selling artwork on the side of the street. So I never really was like the drawn dude or the musical person, you know. I just knew I wanted to go and you know, be like a business manager. You know how you were in high school, everybody went to college for business management because everybody wanted to be a businessman or woman, but they didn't want to own the business. So it's like, you know, but I just knew I didn't want to become a artist or anything, so I never really utilized my creativity until, you know, a couple weeks ago. I hate to say it because even though I was making YouTube videos, I wasn't being really creative with the presentation, with the delivery. So yeah, man, it's definitely a learning process for me, and this is fun. I ain't gonna lie, you know, making YouTube videos and you know whatever you build, it's gonna be tedious at one point in time, but eventually you're gonna wake up and you're gonna build something. You're gonna have built something that's quite great. But yeah, you know, it's just life. Like honestly, I'm getting closer to 30, and because I'm 29 now, which is like insane to say, but I didn't want to live my whole life without like building something, without having something that's mine. You know, I don't want to die without building something, or at least failing at building. You know, and the way I look at YouTube, YouTube ain't going nowhere. You feel me? So I might as well give it my best shot. Um, Hopefully I could do this until I'm 30 to keep it real with you. But yeah, man, it's definitely been a great ride. It's definitely been a great ride. I'm appreciative. And yeah, thank you for all the support here, guys. I'm gonna try to go like for like an hour strong here today, just so I can like get the live muscles real nice and strong. But yeah, man, it's crazy. People be afraid to start on their own to build. And I'm gonna keep it real with you. Some of the people that have the most money inside our community or inside our country, they're business owners. Like I hate to say it. Um, but yeah, let me know what you guys think here about this. Please leave a comment in the comment section below. And yeah, it's a little rough building something for yourself, a YouTube channel, or even starting a business. It could be very difficult because you know it never really stops. You know, like I think about videos sometimes in the middle of my sleep, or I'll think of concepts or topics. I think about other videos, how they performed, what made that video so special. It's nice. It's a little obsessive building for yourself, but it's definitely worth it. I wouldn't trade it anything for the world. Um, like honestly, and like it's like practice. Like the more you practice, the better you get, the easier it gets. And the easier it gets, the better you do, man. It's literally a game of consistency. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Please, you know, hit the subscribe button. Definitely worth it, you know, because your boy's working harder than P. Diddy's lawyers. It's definitely a hard one to do doing YouTube. But yeah, guys, thank you so much here for stopping by. I appreciate your time. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. Take it easy. Peace.